Hi, and thanks for tuning in. All you go-kart nut fans are probably going to enjoy this journey which I'm about to embark on and hopefully get somewhere. This is going to be possibly a blueprint for everyone to learn from and pick up things which are going to help them and help you and your son or daughter potentially become a driver, full stop. How many boys and girls in this country just love cars and want to become a racer? Who wants to be the next Lewis Hamilton? I want to take you on a trip and show you, hopefully, how to get somewhere. Within this videos and our channel, I'm going to be showing you various things of what I think might work, they might not work. I'm also going to go to interview people who've been racing and almost made it and not made it. People that were at racetracks, people that still work at racetracks, going to races, seeing the races we're racing in, seeing what we do, seeing what as parents have to put up with, seeing what the kids have to do, seeing how naughty the kids can be, seeing how rewarding it can be to win races. So hopefully you keep tuned into the station and subscribe. You're going to meet the drivers right now, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit later on how I think maybe I might have the key to unlocking those all-important funds and sponsorship to basically enjoy motorsport, which, if you're watching this video, is exactly what you want to do. So tell everyone what your name is.
My name is Josh. Hello.
Josh.
Person.
Surname? Jones. And you like what?
I like go-karting.
You like?
I like go-karting.
Dog climbing.
Go-karting.
Go-karting. And what do you like about go-karting?
I just find it fun.
Find it fun? Because actually, can you remember what's one of the first things that you loved full stop?
Cars.
Cars. And when did you first realise you like cars?
When I was like 3.
Yeah. And what did you used to do?
I used to name all of them.
Name all of them. When you used to go on holiday, what did we have to do?
Go to the pier and name, and I named them all.
Well, it wasn't the pier, was it? We wanted to walk down the pier, but you wanted to walk next to the stinky road so you can name all the cars that drove past. So you've always liked cars, haven't you? And then we took you go-karting one time. Where did we take you karting?
Daytona Milton Keynes.
Daytona Milton Keynes as a
birthday present.
Birthday present, but you were a
Bambino.
Pay in the bottom. A Bambino, that's it, yes. And we didn't expect to like it so much, but that was basically the start of it all, isn't it? And that carried it on, and you started, you went to your first, what was it called, driving school?
Racing school.
Race school, and that was at Daytona, wasn't it? And when you went there, you were the most improved driver, didn't you, on the day? And you knocked a ridiculous amount of time off your original lap time, didn't you? And you also won
the B final. The
B final, yeah. You ended up winning the B final and knocking something like 50 seconds off your lap time from the first in the morning to the end. And it's carried on from there. And you've been racing for how many years now?
3 or 4.
We've met quite a few people whilst we've been racing, made good friends, haven't we? And we're getting to the age now where quite a few of them are getting their own karts or going different ways from racing in kart seasons, because currently you are racing where?
In Wilton Mill.
Wilton Mill in what?
Cadet kart.
Cadet karts in the what?
Winter season.
Winter season, which is your 3rd season, and at the moment, where are you winning?
I'm in first. Just.
You know what running is then, do you?
No, I don't.
Where are you running?
I'm in first.
You're running in first position after 3 races so far. And out of those 3 races, you get 5 bonus points for the fastest lap. Have you got any fastest laps?
Yes, twice.
Twice we got the fastest lap. You're very good in the wet, which has helped because we've had wet sessions, haven't we? In fact, when you were a rookie in your first season at Wilton Mill, you got your first podium, didn't you? I've never seen a rookie get on the podium. So the aim is to win the season and then see where we go from there. And what would you like to do when you grow up?
Be an F1 driver.
Be an F1 driver. Which team would you like to race for?
The fastest one.
The fastest one. So it doesn't make a difference if it's Haas,
If
as long as they're the fastest. That's fair enough. Who's your favourite driver now?
Lewis.
Lewis, your second favourite driver.
Myself.
Yeah, that's not a bad answer. Not a second F1 driver. Mind you, we've got a good driver of McLaren. He's British.
Yeah, he's okay.
Who is he?
Lando Norris. He's not one of my
Fernando Norris.
Lando Norris.
Ah, Lando Norris.
Silly.
Okay, so this is where our journey starts. What else do you like doing, Josh?
I like playing. I like playing games.
Shock horror likes playing games. What kind of games do you like playing, Josh?
FIFA.
On what?
On the Xbox.
On the Xbox. Yeah. We'll probably give you gamer tag out at some point, and if you want to join in and have a race against Josh or something on Xbox. Okay, so what's your plan for the next year, Josh? What do you think you're going to achieve? What are you going to do?
Well, I think I will win this winter season championship, and I'm going to try and get a sponsorship.
Try and get sponsorship so you can do what?
Race like in better competitions and
Tougher, faster.
Karts.
Yeah. And who's your favourite person at Wilton Mill?
Myself. I like myself the best.
Who's your favourite person that works at Wilton Mill?
Dan.
Oh no! No. Well, we still love you, Simon and Adi, and Riley as well. We're going to show you all the tracks. We're going to show you what we've done. We'll show you all sorts through our journey. I hope you can enjoy it. And is the reason why you should subscribe. Why should you subscribe?
To make my dog happy.
To make your. Why should you subscribe?
To make my dog happy.
Can be a different answer to make my dog happy. Why should you subscribe?
So I can get a sponsorship.
To get a sponsorship. So I'm going to tell people about sponsorship later on, but that's our aim. We want to join the rest of the people that are progressing, and we've got a fast driver.
How?
So right now we're in Ashton's bedroom with Joshua Jones,
Filming
but no
Ashton's
Ashton.
video.
I've got no idea where he is.
He's gonna run in and like.
Hi.
You can't see you.
How you doing? Yes.
Sit up. No one can see you.
Hello.
So Ashton Charlie Jones, what's one of the favourite things you like to do?
Kart. And play the Xbox.
Play the Xbox and go karting. Is there anything in life you don't like that annoys you?
Yeah, Josh.
Josh. No. So, what have you achieved at go karting?
Oh, a trophy.
So, what is that?
It's a trophy I received from doing, what's the racing called?
An endurance race.
Yes.
We'll show the endurance race at Wilton Mill very
With
soon.
me and Marcus.
You, Marcus, you came first, didn't you?
Yeah.
But you haven't mentioned the other things, have you? Was it when you first started karting? A lot of people start at Bambinos.
Yeah.
I started at a local track, which was Milton Keynes Daytona, wasn't it? In your little kart. You got onto the top 10 fastest lap records board when you were still 5, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, which is really young.
I did a 25 something. But
It's
no, I
actually
did
up there.
23.
It's on your wall, isn't it? We'll have a look at that in a second. So, and you ended up, even when you were, I think you were 7. We were 7 last year. We went back for the track lap record, didn't we? And I was jumping around the pit lane like a lunatic, being very annoying, because we couldn't get a lap in without yellows, could we?
No.
And you go round, we couldn't get a lap in. And in the end you did, and you smashed the lap record, and you took the all-time lap record
They
at the
kept
age
crashing.
of 7, didn't you?
They kept crashing. They were a little bit fast, but they kept crashing.
Yes. Tell me what you like about karting, Tom Tom.
I like about you race and then you try to beat your like you try to improve about the stuff you've done, and then you improve. So all about improving and then racing, and then racing's fun.
And you like the speed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got described when you were 5 years old as a rally driver, didn't you? Because you were always known in the wet that you used to throw your cart down an awful lot. And then you were known as the Beast because you'd go on the track with all the older drivers who were a lot bigger than you, and dinky little Ashton would come on.
Yeah.
And you generally beat them all.
But the back of my crash helmet, it even said the Beast.
It used to say the
It said
Beast.
Da Beast. PS it went up.
Da Beast, yeah.
Yeah, Daddy Beast.
Okay, so we're going to watch you go through the months, the weeks, and maybe even the years, and just see where the Beast or Ashton Jones can get to. So now you've met my boys. We love karting. We've kind of fallen into the scenario of karting. Of course, they like different things, like football and things like that, but karting is a thing which we all love to do. And I can't deny that my favourite day of the month is Sunday racing, or Saturday. It's just something which I love. If it goes well, it's fantastic, but if it goes wrong, it can be quite horrible in every sense. And you do, as people know, need a lot of luck in racing. And one of those parts of luck is sponsorship. Now, quite a few of our friends who have been karting for a while now have managed to get sponsorship or get in their own karts, and that's something which there's no way we can financially be able to afford. So I didn't want to go down that route, but I've been sucked in, and part of the videos and things I'm going to show you is how you get sucked in, and how you go from becoming just a fun karter, or just going there on a Saturday or a Sunday for a bit of fun, and the next thing you know, you're in a league, you're in a division, you want to win, you want to beat them, you want to beat this. It's fantastic fun. The experiences of some of the parents in individual sport, and I'll tell you how different tracks manage things in different ways from my experience, and you can see some of the parents and hear from them as well. But sponsorship, how do you go forwards? Do you want to go forwards? In reality, it doesn't matter if you're racing F1, if you're racing single seaters, is that potentially pretty much every single time the drivers with the most amount of money win, because they have the cash to buy the new tyres, they have the cash to buy the extra engines. It's something which I haven't experienced completely, but I've heard from many people, and the further you go up, the more it becomes relevant. So I'm going to try and get sponsorship, and I'll tell you the races they're aiming for. Is basically, this is a 12-month. It will start off with a 12-month regime of what we want to try and achieve. And the first thing is that I'm going to spend 12 months trying to get sponsorship to pay to get into a certain race. And I'll tell you later on which race and why I want to do that. Not in this video, but in another one. And I will also get the input of experienced karters and people in motorsport as well, and the reasons why this could be the way that it could potentially work. But you can't look at those 12 months and say this is what we're going to do. Is that I have to look at the 24, 36. What's our goal? Do we want to get single-seater races? Do we want to continue? Yes, my sons both have talent, but how much talent have they got? Are they better than the next person? But what makes them a better driver? What's going to make them potentially be someone who could be paid to drive a car? That's the end goal. I mean, as much as it would be my dream, it's my kids' dreams as well. So let's try and make those kids' dreams come true. And if you keep watching these videos and seeing what I do, then I'm sure there's going to be several things that you could pick up there and get your son or daughter to be that driver, paid to drive a car. I'm going to interview several people who've driven cars, and one especially he doesn't know yet, but I'm sure he'll be more than happy to get involved in this. Is I do have links in the motor industry, and I'm going to try and utilise those, but it doesn't mean that anyone else can't utilise those people or get in touch with those people, because what I've seen with sponsorship, it's not about how good the driver is. Of course, if you're a good driver it helps, but I've heard time and time again that the best driver that certain people have ever seen has never got anywhere, or they haven't got to where other drivers have, and they're better than them. And I've got to look at the reasons why, and that is because you need people behind you. Even in F1, you look at the people that are got drives, you have to ask some of them why. How do they get there? Financial packages. It's a hugely expensive sport. People have told me that you can have extreme amount of talent and not the best kart, or car. You can get that car to the middle of the grid, but you can't get that car or cart to the front because the money of the top teams are there. So what's the point in racing if you can't win? As much as you can say that I want to do it for fun, if you're a racer, you're a racer. So what are my intentions? My intentions are to try and get sponsors, but I don't want just to get money off those sponsors. I want to get those sponsors more money than they give me. Now, how am I going to do that? I think we can look at it from years ago, and you could say it's 100 times harder, which it was. Social media, you promote things through social media. But does it mean it's easy? Well, of course it's not going to be easy at all. I'm not looking for someone to come on and say, yeah, here's £10,000. You can start off with that. Potentially I want to say, well, I can get £100 off them or £200 off them. But by addressing the right people with the right strategies, maybe you'll get more money. And hopefully I'll show you how to do that. If I can generate business for those businesses, I think that's as much as rewarding as me getting funds for my boys to have fun. Because that's what I'm asking. How can you go to someone and say, hey, tell you what, give me some money because I want to have some fun and I can't afford it, so you pay for it instead? Because that's essentially what you are saying, really, aren't you? So I want to really get a bunch of sponsors. And what would be a great goal is that if I can actually introduce one of my sponsors to another sponsor and they start doing business together. If I can create a reward for my sponsor, and that's what I have to try and sell to someone, which is what I'm going to try and do, is that each time we get better, we are gaining more business for that company. It'll be blue chip firm or small business, but I'm going to start small. Local businesses, try to tell them what we want to do and try and sell it to them, that we can make them money. Because that's essentially going to pay for our drive. So can it be done? Hopefully. Let's try and make some small boys' dreams come true. And is it my dream? Am I trying to live my dream? Well, maybe, but I don't enjoy anything else more than seeing my sons have fun and enjoy themselves, and any parent will be exactly the same. So if you're into your karting, if you're into your racing journey, and I'm going to go through all the realms of how it all starts, I'm going to go to all the tracks, I'm going to interview people that are there and see what they want to do, and I'll go back to them, hopefully come back to them in 6 months' time, and I'll bet you bottom dollar they'll be exactly the same as us and everyone else. And I'll go through all the equipment of what we bought and how it's changed. I've seen so many scenarios been echoed time and time again, even from the fact that we're not going to buy our own race overalls, we'll just use the tracks from where we race. Everyone ends up with their own stuff. They'll end up with a GoPro, they'll have their own gloves, they'll have their own shoes, they'll have the whole lot. When it comes to the car, that's the way it is. And I want to show you this journey that everyone takes on. There's all sorts that we can cover, which everyone can take something from. It's going to be ups, it's going to be downs. So just subscribe to the video and keep watching. I'm going to post so many different videos from so many different angles so you can experience things, see things, and there'll be things where you'll say, yes, we're exactly the same. But just to embrace motorsport, embrace this journey, subscribe, and just be with us. I'm Matt Jones with the Joneses, and we're going racing.
I was just having me snack.
You doing what?
Having me snack.
Having a snack? Get half it around your face.
Do I? Yeah.
So right now I'm outside Ashton's.
Yeah.
How long have you been go-karting for, Mr. Tonton?
About 3 years.
And your full name is?
Ashley Charlie Jones.
And how old are you?
8.
8 years old. How long have you been go-karting for?
I told you 3 years.
3 years. They did tell me, I wasn't listening, was I?